Yama, people, Gobiai. What I have just said is, hello everyone, welcome. This comes from our language, which is the Gamilaroi and Uluroi languages of the Gamilaroi Nation. I'm tasked with the job of advocating and lobbying for the progress of language, for the teaching of language in the Gamilaroi Nation. That sort of entails working with the schools and school teachers who are, it's fully certificated language teachers, so the Dharewai Elders Groups works with them quite closely. The other part of it is to, as I said, increase its use in civic life. So the police station, the Walgett AMS, I've just finished doing a whole teaching session with nurses for obvious reasons when our people go into hospital. Have you got pain? There's a word for that. We do lots of simple things first, like greeting words and all that. And then we go on and further advance into the language. But the elders is also, at the moment, we have lots of issues with language. We can't seem to make government understand the language policy, that we need more absolute speakers of language. Yes, we've just had the Walgett show, and one of the winning entries was done by the local vet's son. So he received first prize for a language project that was put into the Walgett agricultural, horticultural show, whatever it is. So that was quite pleasing. They both learn the language in all the schools here, both Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal children. Some of them are very good at it. Our language teachers are very advanced in, like, they have smart boards. The elders group resources the public school, so what the public school can't get through, mainstream funding for languages, the elders will help them out with resources. We've just made some curtains for the language teacher for her classroom in Aboriginal print. And I go every Friday morning and I visit and sit with that language teacher and listen to the children. So I'm privy to their exams, whether they get an A, B, C or D, and how they do sequencing and scoping of the language. So it might be about their body parts, it might be about cooking, utensils, animals, culture, the physical land. My hopes and dreams is for every child in Walgett to grow up with a big bunch of self-esteem, that everything they do there's pride in it, because that, I think, just, sets them on their journey through life. If you don't have self-esteem or pride in yourself, then you're lacking in a lot of areas. That's one of my dearest wishes. I guess the second wish is for them to become something in their lives. Like I've had a chance to be a lawyer, a nurse, whatever. I would like to see children go through all those different stages, not just end up in one job sort of thing. Well, I see language as vital in regaining their identity and self-esteem. It's vital to learn their own language. As Aboriginal people weren't allowed to speak their language, they were forbidden to speak it. So you'll find a lot of the elders won't speak it. They know some words, but by the same token, it was their choice that children learn the language. They insisted that children must learn the language. So elders all around the nation, I guess those places where the language has been lost, it's been picked up by elders and progressed through government and government policy to get our languages back on board. In Walgett, I guess I could estimate that the language is critically or severely endangered, and that's because of the absolute numbers of speakers. We only have about 3 speakers in this town. It's the 2 teachers, myself, and other people who know some words or some information, but they don't come to the forefront to talk about what they know. So there's still, I don't know, a bit of a hangover of shame about your language. But for the children to learn language, I mean, this is a unique language. It's not spoken anywhere in the world except here in the Gamilaroi Nation. It's not like French or Greek.